Hi everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I am bringing you guys a makeup look, but this makeup look is going to be featuring some best-selling items from the Integrity Botanicals website. And I wanted to do this, and what I thought was so interesting about it is this is actually a filter that you can do on the Integrity Botanicals website. So you could choose a category and you can organize them by best-selling products. So what I think is great about that is that this doesn't necessarily mean the highest rated products. These are just the ones that people are continually buying. And I think that says a lot more than ratings even, because myself personally, I don't think I've ever written an actual review. Mind you, I make YouTube videos, so I think I am excused, but I don't really write those reviews. As helpful as I know they can be, I don't often do it. So it's nice to see what people are actually buying. So you could filter that on the website. You could also do it by price and things like that, but I wanted to do a little bit more done up look because I know we are easing into summer. And it's still very classic, still very me. A lot of my favorite products I did use here today as well, that are some of these best sellers, but it's gonna be warming up a lot and I'm gonna be doing a lot lighter makeup looks. So I wanted to do something a little bit more cool toned as well. Basically just get out of my comfort zone a little bit using some best selling items because I felt with confidence that these were gonna be the ones to get me through and out of my comfort zone. So there is so much good stuff here. A lot of Kira Weiss, a lot of Gressa, Lily Lolo. I mean, you will see the magic happen. And if you want to see exactly how I use this, how I create this look, as well as use a lot of these best-selling items from Integrity Botanicals, then please keep watching. Okay, we're throwing it back to my old favorite foundation. I still do use this, I just go through phases, and this is the Kira Weiss Cream Foundation. Absolutely a bestseller. This is a beloved foundation just in general, I think. So I'm using the shade Paper Thin. I'm applying it in the same way I always do, which is with the Delium Tools 948 flat foundation brush. I like to lay it on with this, starting in the center of my face and then adding a little bit all over, and then I will smooth the rest of this out with the beauty sponge. My beauty sponge of choice for today is the Hint Beauty Flawless Complexion Sponge. This is a great one because it doesn't move the product around too much or overly absorb it either. Speaking of Hint Beauty, I'm going in with their Duet Perfecting Concealer. Of course, like the name of the video, another best-selling item and for good reason. This is a really high coverage cream concealer that I like to apply first with a brush, and then again I go back in with the sponge to sort of blend this all over the skin. So I have it on my chin where I get red, around the nose where I get red as well, and then a nice heavy dose underneath the eyes, and this immediately just cancels out any sort of discoloration you have. And while it's providing a lot of coverage, it is not thick at all, which I really love about the formulation. For bronzer, I haven't used this one in so long. This is the Gressa Minimalist Corrective Serum Bronzer, I believe it's called. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But it is this really true brown color, and it's very intimidating at first, so I just used the really small Gressa Air Focus brush, put underneath the cheekbone on top of my temple, and I blended it in with this Vapor Foundation brush, which is great, but it really gives such a natural color. To further intensify this, because I'm doing quite a glam look today, I'm taking another Delium Tools brush and the Lily Lolo Sculpt and Glow, oh my god, can I spit that out, Duo. So this is a bronzer and highlighter in it. The tone of this bronze is really similar to the Gressa, so this is a really nice powder option, again, that will add a lot of depth. Then I'm also going to go in with the Delium Tools 787 and use the highlight in this palette. It's a really, really great champagne tone that you could definitely notice on the cheeks, but it is not overly bright and flamboyant, if you will. So I'm just applying this down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and on the high points of my cheeks as well. For blush, Kira Weiss Cream Blush is one that you all love. So I'm using the shade Sun Touch today. Really beautiful, warm, pinkish, peachish shade. It just goes with everything. And I like to apply these with my fingers. So I'm just going in with a little bit of product, blending it in. This formula is really great. I can see why it sells so amazingly, and the shades are beautiful. For brows, I haven't used this in a long time. I'm actually going in with the Plume Nourish and Define Brow Pomade. I use the shade Cinnamon Cashmere. I've since moved on to the brow pencil because I really do like a very minimal brow look. So I'm applying this really quite sparingly, and I am using the Plume brush to go along with it. It's a really nice formulation if you really like to carve out the brows. But what I do love about it is you can get a really natural look out of it as well, which you all know is my preference and kind of what I'm featuring here. But you could see it really did add a really nice amount of structure to the brow, which is ultimately what I look for. For eyes, I'm first going in with one of the Gressa eye tints. I'm going to be using a bunch of these. They're another best-selling item, of course. This first one is the shade Roasted. And Roasted, I recently spoke about because I just re-reviewed these colors since they have recently repackaged. Not recently, but come out with new shades, repackaged, all of that stuff. So I have already reviewed these, but the shade Roasted is just a really natural contour shade. So you can see I added a super natural shadow. And then I'm going in with the Delium Tools 785 brush, and I'm going with the Kjaer Weis powder shadows. I have a bunch of the refills. The shade I'm using here today is going to be the shade Earthy Calm. So I'm first using Earthy Calm to build up a little bit of a deep, still more neutral to cool toned color that looks very, very natural in the crease. For the lid, I wanted to kind of kick it up a notch, so I'm going in with one of my favorite Gressa eye tint shades. This is the shade Plum. And Plum is the most gorgeous, metallic-y, plummy red. It's absolutely beautiful. I am pairing it with the Gressa Cream Shadow Brush. This brush is really, really flat and stiff, so it really allows you to just lay on the color, which I love, and I like to take my time to do so. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Arreo. This is the Antonym brush. This is the number 10. And I'm just going to apply this in my inner corners just to kind of brighten the look up a little bit. That is just something that I often like to do. And the shade Arreo is perfect for that. It is such a brightening, beautiful gold. Then I'm going to go in with the Antonym eyeliner. Both the brown and the black are some of the best selling. Probably my favorite Antonym product ever. Definitely my favorite eyeliner. So I'm using the brown shade just to line the outer half of my eye. And then I'm going to go back in with the Kjaer Weis shadow in Earthy Calm. And I'm going to sort of blend it out and connect it to that crease just to make it the most defined in that outer corner area. You know, I always like to pull the eyes out. I also think this really sort of pulled the look together before I went in with mascara. So I'm just kind of taking my time building that up. Then I did just want a little something underneath the lash line. So this is the Delium Tools 777, and I just used that first shade I used in my crease, which is Gressa Roasted, for a really subtle shadow. Then I'm going in with a mascara I have not used in so long. This is absolutely one of the most beloved mascaras in Green Beauty, and this is the Lily Lolo mascara, the classic one. It is great. It felt really good to use a fresh tube, so I just went in with quite a few coats of this. It's great at volumizing as well as adding length, as you will see here when I look up, and it really doesn't take a lot of work to look beautiful, but the more you do add, the more increasingly beautiful it becomes. And it's just a really basic brush and really black formula that I love. Then I just wanted a little something on the eye, so I did take this fluffy Kjaer Weis powder shadow brush, and this is the Gressa eye tint in Cellophane, which is a really beautiful glittery pink. So it did make the eye look a little bit more pink toned as well as add a little bit more glitter, and I absolutely loved it. To finish off the lips, I am using a Nudist Australia lipstick. Any shade will do. They have so many good ones, but my forever favorite is the shade Amalia, which is this more peachy tone, which I think works really nicely with the pink eyes. All right, everyone, that is it. This is my completed look using best-selling items from the Integrity Botanicals website. As you can imagine, I, of course, love the looks. A lot of my personal favorites in here, but what I did really try to do was reach into some products that maybe are best sellers that are ones that I don't personally use that often, and I of course love them. So I haven't used a lot of these in a long time, and it was really nice to be able to bring them out, as well as bring you guys a little bit more of a full-on makeup look, because I think my makeup looks in the coming months are going to be a little lighter because it is warming up so very much. But regardless, I hope that you all enjoyed this. I'm sure some of your favorites are here as well. Every single product that I discussed will be linked in the description box down below. The only products that were not bestsellers were the brushes. I just used what I like to use, and those will be linked down below as well. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support. It is so appreciated. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I upload here twice weekly. I don't want you guys to miss it. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.